before we even came. Those people came and did their work and just left. And then they then were employed to take care.
How many of them do you have here? How many of these cows?
A lot of them. Just have just a lot. These are just those that were just restrained here. They are just a lot.
I know it's difficult in business and to tell you how many he has. Could we say 1,000, 1,500, 2,000? Okay, we understand. You cannot tell us that. But how many kilograms? One of them. How many kilograms can they weigh?
No fear. No.
Like that one. That one is going up to 800.
800 kilograms.
Yeah, no. Let's see. That one standing.
This one?
Yeah, that one standing is around 800 or above.
What is the cost? How much does it cost in the market?
Cameroon now, who can even buy? More than $1 million. That's $1 million.
So where do you sell it?
Selling, I know.
You don't sell?
I'm not interested in that.
Are you doing business here? You're just keeping animals?
No, we are keeping animals.
My God.
We are talking. I think we are talking. It's business.
Let's just calculate and see. A kilogram of meat in the market is about 2,500 in Yaoundé.
Yeah.
800 kilograms. That is on 2,500 by 800. I'm telling you. It's money. Now, what are you doing to make sure other rearers who may want to have this species have it available?
No. What he has been doing, he has been helping if they come, close friends. If they give him the confidence, you do give them bulls to go and breed their cows. He does.
And you don't pay for?
Don't pay.
So anybody watching this program now can come up to him and ask him that, what do I do to bring him up?
It depends.
Now,
what we know, there are some of them, he has given them.
What is the lifespan of a cow like this one?
15 years. I say 15.
15 years. Yeah, 15. And a normal cow that we have in Cameroon, like the Gudali, the Gandri and so on, what's the lifespan?
Almost 12
years.
Yeah, 12 years.
But to feed this animal is not an easy affair.
It's not an easy affair because we supplement. He supplements.
How? He brings more grass
from wheat bran. Especially in the dry season when the season is bad. He brings wheats and then the wheat bran, and then we give them wheat bran. They feed on salt and those type of things.
So besides keeping them, do you export? Have you been selling them out of this country? Do you export them?
Not yet.
It's nice seeing them and noticing also what is being done out here. So before we leave you, Doctor, what are the difficulties you encounter bringing up an animal like this one?
The main problem that we have is medication. Because most of the time we have some diseases, especially like you see, like that one there. They have the thing like streptococcus that affects them. So I think it's medication. That is the greatest problem we have here. Because for the land is there, the field is there, the grass is there, pasture. Improved pasture, as you can see over there. Those are pasture that have been improved. So I don't think we have a lot of problems.
Do you have...
and the other problem that we actually have here in the ranch is the problem of stealing. A lot of people come in and then they steal.
But can you steal a wild animal like this one?
Those experienced Bobolo people will do that.
They come and tame them?
Just a minute, they would remove that one. Just a minute.
So, have you been having any government official to come here to see what you've been able to do?
Yeah, they have been visiting.
And what do they say?
At least they just appreciate our work.
Well, what perhaps Cameroonians need is not only appreciating what is done here. What the government could do, now we're talking of scarcity and talking about how to revamp the agricultural sector, livestock and the rest, is coming to a place like this one to see what somebody, an individual, has been able to do, and also to ask him, why not, go find out what could be done to keep it elsewhere. We hear conferences, seminars and so on hold in Yaoundé to talk about cattle rearing, cattle production and so on. This is a concrete example of what should be done. I heard the head of state, he said it once, that Indonesia is over and that seminars and conferences should be over and there was time for action. It is also time for action, as we've seen from this end. I'm your humble servant, Moki Edwin Kinzeka, but I will not be leaving you yet from the Ndawara highlands. We shall be going to see horses. I hope I'll be able to ride one.
With the over 2,000 horses in the Ndawara highland, one may doubt how the horses are being taken care of medically. So before the horses are being taken to the deep where they should be washed medically, we have a veterinary doctor here who tells us that you need to use this vaccine measured in, I don't know the number of milligrams, in order to 2 milligrams in order to vaccinate these horses before they are being taken to the deep. And he says you just need to punch this needle into the horse's back and the process is done. And so let me just use this one to demonstrate here. You say I have to punch here?
Yeah. Wow, thank you.
Wow, very interesting and very difficult. You are really afraid. And now we shall be going to the deep where we shall meet another medical or another veterinary doctor who shall tell us what process is being entailed here.
Okay.
Yeah, so you're a veterinary doctor. I guess you're a specialist in this field.
Actually.
And so how is it done?
Well, here this is the dipping center.
Yes.
When we bring the animals, like the horses or cattle, we bring them, we send them down.
Like this one we've seen here.
Yes.
Okay, so now these are the shepherds here, the herdsmen.
Yes.
So now we shall let them go into the dipping center. All right. So can you open that gate, please? So while the horses are being locked in the stable, the guys here, the herdsmen, have released the bolts here to let the horses go into the dipping center.
Yes.
So now they are getting into that water.
That's the point.
Okay. So what is the water made of?
The water, it contains, let's say, medication for treatment of ectoparasites.
Ectoparasites?
Yes.
And so what are ectoparasites now?
Like ticks, mainly ticks.
So you mean that since you had these horses here, this is the first time you're taking care of the medical?
No, we often do them twice in a week.
All right.
We often do them twice in a week.
So now we are presently at this dipping center. You're a medical doctor, a veterinary doctor.
Yeah.
So what is this process all about?
The process is actually just to prevent ectoparasites like the ticks from getting, for the animals getting infected and other transmission of diseases.
So now how deep is this pool here?
The capacity?
Yeah,
the capacity is about 25,000 liters.
25,000 liters?
Yes.
And how deep?
Well, from the height, the normal level as we had it, is about 3 meters deep.
So what chemicals, what medical chemicals are put into this liquid here?
Well, mainly we use cypermethrin, which is the main component for the destruction of ectoparasites.
So do you mean through this process now, it has got rid of the ticks here and other...
Absolutely. After the dipping, they will fall off. They just fall off.
Now let's get into this table here and find out, are they clean, so much clean to touch?
You mean the animals?
Yeah, the animals.
You can touch.
All right.
We keep them here to actually let the fluid from the dip to drain off and get back again, because if you don't do that, then that's wastage of medication and other contamination of the environment for the animals.
For the animals?
Yes.
Okay, that's why it's so much slopey here.
Yes.
To let the water
drain back.
slope down.
Yes, and to prevent the animals from moving directly into the grazing land.
Okay, the grazing land. Are they very wild to touch?
Well, absolutely. At one moment they may be wild, but if you can stand from a distance, you can touch.
So just like dogs that take a longer time to get dry when you wash them, how long does these horses take to get rid of the water?
Well, if we can keep them for 20 minutes here, it will be okay.
It'll be okay.
Yeah.
And then from there now we can get
allow them
the horses and start riding.
Yes, you can allow them go to the pasture.
And then what about the internal process? The internal process of getting the medically fit?
Medically fit, we treat like, in case of disease, we use vaccines. We do vaccines, like black water, which is very common around here, as well as fasciitis. We do fasciitis take mainly on cattle, but particularly black water that is really prominent on horses.
So what type of vaccine do you use in these horses?
We use Symptovax. Symptovax, particularly for black water.
So now we have reached the final